Do, where we bring you news for all things gaming, and this week we're focusing on the week of July 8th to 14th. So we're going to jump right into things here because we have a lot to talk about this week. A lot has happened in the world of gaming, and the first thing that we're going to start off with is what may become the biggest mobile game in history, Pokemon Go. So lots of pros and cons, lots of positives and negatives about the game so far this week. And I can't believe it's only been out for about 6 or 7 days, and how much popularity it's received. So, first off, this game has just become insanely popular, and it's doing ridiculously well. And according to IGN, Pokemon Go is on course to overtake Twitter's daily active users. And
I think they always
since
have.
so I was just gonna say, since I found this little bit of info here, I'm pretty sure they have overtaken Twitter's daily active users. So there are now more people playing Pokemon Go every day than there are people on Twitter. So how about that for popularity? This game has been downloaded. There's much more now because I got some of this information a few days ago, but this game has now been downloaded on over 5.4 million devices in its first 2 days after launch in the United States alone. And this is equivalent to almost 2% of the entire nation's population. So that is insane. And also, it's been the top grossing app on Android and iOS devices since its launch. And talk about giving its parent company a giant boost. Nintendo shares on its stock market jumped an incredible 10% overnight when the app launched. 10% it went up in stock shares. That's insane. So there are a lot of drawbacks and a lot of there are a lot of good things and a lot of bad things about this game. I'm going to let Kevin talk a little bit about them. So what we're going to talk about first is some of the negative aspects of the game and some things that have been going on this past week that are a little bit concerning to its users and to the company. So, Kevin, you can go from here.
Okay. Let me find out where that is in your notes.
All right. I'll start.
Okay, I got it.
Okay.
Okay. So, a lot of people have been using Pokemon Go, and people have found out that they can commit crime doing it as well. In one state, there's a couple of kids started to use it at a Pokestop, and they put out a lure in this like a back alleyway, and so they put that lure up, got a lot of Pokemon to come near them, and they would trap people coming in and rob them of stuff, probably their phones and money. Other things have been happening, like accidents, walking across the road while even looking up from the phone, and so far there's only been one hit so far that I know of, although the person actually wasn't even playing the game at the moment. But the news, of course, has been saying Pokemon Go is the cause of this. So pretty much that's it for like people using that for crime and accidents and stuff. Other bad stuff with it is it takes, at the beginning it was saying that it was taking off all your Google information, and from your email, your password, and your other stuff that Google would let you. Now it hasn't been taking it now since they fixed it, but yeah, they was taking your Google accounts, but it was only due to a coding error.
Yeah, so a big coding error in the game, and Niantic had full access to all users' Google accounts, and the company was forced to make emergency changes to its game after that was discovered. So Kevin has already talked to you about the crime and lots of other things that have been going on, but the thing I have to tell everybody is definitely do yourselves a favor and don't play Pokemon Go and drive, and make sure you put your phone down when you're crossing the street. so that there are no more accidents with this game, and most importantly, make sure you pay attention to your surroundings. A video game is not more important than your life. Now, aside from all the... go ahead.
Yeah, listen to the message that pops up whenever you open up the game. Look for your surroundings.
Yes, so, aside from all the negativity, Pokemon Go has one major positive aspect that everyone can be happy about, and that is that Niantic has discovered a way to bring people's social lives and gaming lives together. Pokemon Go allows people to play video games, hang out with friends, and exercise all at the same time, so this is one video game that your mom can't get upset at you for playing. So, now let's move on to some speculation about
Whoa.
Okay.
There's
something else?
more.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So, other things have been happening. A lot of people have been finding stuff along the way while walking to go search for Pokemon. This one girl, she was looking for a water Pokemon along the riverside, and guess what she found? A dead body. She was thinking, oh boy, a dead body. I should put away the game and call 911, and so she did. Another person, they found a loaded handgun just lying in the grass, and they picked up using their sleeve, called the police, made sure they took care of it, and that was good. Another good story about Pokemon Go is that down in I think it was Arizona, but it was some state where it was really, really hot, and these kids was picking on this one little kid, making him run laps in the heat while giving him any water. Well, anyway, this family, they was Pokemon hunting, and they was walking past this and seeing what's happening. So what happened was that the family stopped the kids from bullying him. The kid getting bullied, he actually passed out from exhaustion, so they took him to the hospital, and they actually followed him to the hospital, make sure they were okay. And pretty much one other thing, which I totally got my brain blanked out, but okay. So if you're trying to search for the Pokemon, pretty much whenever you click on the little Pokemon icon on the bottom right hand screen, let me make sure I can do that. Yeah, it shows that you have footsteps underneath the Pokemon. How that works is that one footstep is you're right next to it. If it had 0, you literally are standing underneath it or something like that. And 2 and 3, so and so on. But how the grid system works on the Pokemon is that it starts on the left hand side and goes a Z pattern. So that's how you can find your Pokemon. And if you continue walking in one path and the Pokemon disappears, you're going in a different path. There you go.
Alright, so there's all the news and believe it or not, that's just in 1 week of Pokemon Go being released, and we already spoke for about 7 or 8 minutes on one game. So now we're going to move on to another game, and a lot of speculation is surrounding this game now after a recent leak. And that game is Left 4 Dead 3, and lots of fans are wondering if this game is going to become reality. But a Valve employee Valve is the developer of the Left 4 Dead series, but a Valve employee accidentally leaked a screenshot of a folder labeled Left 4 Dead 3, and this caused speculation of the game's third installment, but the photo was quickly removed following speculation. So you can leave it in the comments. Would you like to see another Left 4 Dead game? And everybody seemed to like the first few games, and would you like to see a third installment? So let us know in the comments. Next up, we have Overwatch. Blizzard has recently teased a new weapon and a new character for the game. An image of a sniper rifle, dubbed as a prototype biotic rifle, was posted on Blizzard's Facebook and Twitter pages. And it has been speculated and rumored that this weapon is related to a new sniper character named Sombra. Now on to one of the games that everybody is very excited for and can't wait to be released, No Man's Sky. This game has reportedly gone gold within the last week, and this means that the developer, Hello Games, has completed development of the game and it can now be moved into the manufacturing stage so that discs can now be produced. While No Man's Sky will be an enormous game, it surprisingly will only take up approximately 6 gigabytes of disk space.
Holy shit.
And it has been rated by the ESRB as a teen-rated game, so not for kids, sorry kids. And the game is expected to be released on August 9th. And lastly, the game's first update is already in development. I know I can't wait for that game to come out just to see what it looks like. I hear it's going to be gigantic, so it'll be really cool. Now on to another game which never got released, but it was recently brought to light again, Call of Duty Roman Wars. Now, according to Activision, the idea for a Call of Duty based on classic Roman warfare was pitched by a former employee, but it was not seriously considered or requested to move to a prototype. So, we've seen Call of Duties through the years go from being in World War II to going into modern warfare and then advanced warfare, and now we're so futuristic that it's not even funny. So, would you like to see Call of Duty take a step back and maybe see a Call of Duty based in Roman times or based on 1800s or something like that? And how do you think that would pan out? You can leave your answer in the comments there. Next up, we have Grand Theft Auto 5, and we have the Cunning Stunts update, which just launched on Tuesday, July 12th, so just a few days ago. And this update, surprisingly, for how much it's been hyped, it's only 939.4 megabytes, so they're not very big at all. There are a plethora of new vehicles that came out with this update, including a few supercars that all look kind of like Le Mans vehicles and cars that you would see in a Le Mans race. And obviously, lots of new races. I think there's 16 or 20 new races out and that you can play. And they're all in the sky doing loop-de-loops and everything. And it kind of reminds me of Mario Kart or of tabletop racing if you guys have played that. So it's a really cool addition to Grand Theft Auto 5, and they really shook it up with this update. So it's something that everybody can enjoy and something that really makes you concentrate on the game, because you screw up once and you can go flying off the edge and plummet down to your death. So, but anyway, lots of new vehicles released, lots of sports cars and supercars, motorcycles, lots of stuff. So you got to check out both Legendary Motorsport and San Andreas Super Auto's websites to see all of the new content. Next up, a new mod on the PC version of GTA 5, known as GTA 5 Redux, was recently introduced, and it makes the game look absolutely gorgeous. So I've seen pictures of this mod in action, and it looks like real life, not like it does on the PlayStation 4 or Xbox One. Imagine that 100 times crisper, and that's what you have in GTA 5 Redux. Now, thanks to this mod's popularity, it now has a firm release date of August 26th on the PC. Improvements with this mod include a new weather system, simulated global illumination, more realistic fog, updated graphics, increased pedestrian density, and new police behavior. Alright, now moving on to our next game, Evolve Stage 2. This game is now free to play and all content is free to earn. And it now has redesigned characters and hunting, a revised map, and a new perk system. Just a short blip about that game. Now we're moving on to the game developer Bungie. Bungie is celebrating its 25th anniversary this month. It's been around for 25 years now. So from Minotaur to Marathon and Halo to Destiny, Bungie has been providing their fans with exciting and glamorous games for a quarter century now. And that's hard to believe. 25 years old, a video game developer. Alright, now we move on to Tom Clancy's The Division. The Underground DLC was recently released for this game, but it left fans very unimpressed and disappointed. IGN has said that the DLC feels empty and ultimately pointless, and gave the DLC a poor rating of 5.8 out of 10. And typically, when you're under 6 points on IGN's rating list, it's not that great. So, the DLC includes many single missions chained together with very poor payouts, also according to IGN. So, nothing too spectacular with The Division, and honestly, for how much hype there's been around that game, I was not a fan of it either, even the normal game without the DLC. So, not doing any good there for the Division. Alright, now moving on to Battlefield. So a lot of people always talk about, I wish a video game could become a movie, or I wish GTA would be turned into a movie. Well, now you have your wish with Battlefield. A little bit different than a movie, but it's going to be turned into a TV series. Paramount has gained the rights to a Battlefield TV series. Anonymous Content and Paramount will be working together on this series and promise to continue the same commitment to robust storytelling that has made the game a success for nearly 15 years. Battlefield's next installment, Battlefield 1, is set to arrive in October of this year. So we're looking forward to that as well. Now we're going to be able to play Battlefield and watch it on TV as well. Alright, now moving on to Rocket League. Psyonix, the creator and developer of Rocket League, has confirmed that Rocket League will be receiving an in-game purchasing system update soon. In-game purchases will be received in the form of crates, and all crates will contain cosmetic items only. Now, this means that the items will have no effect on gameplay. It'll just be things like toppers and antennas and things along those lines. And this new system will also have a hide option for uninterested players. So if you don't like the new update and you don't want to purchase things, you can hide that part of the game. This update will not affect the game's current play-based item drop system either. So that means that you'll continue, as you complete games in Rocket League, you'll continue to unlock toppers and antennas and other cosmetic items whenever you complete a game, just as you have since the game was launched. Also, there will be no Steam Marketplace integration with the crates. Now, there has been a lot of problems with Steam and a lot of things going on where people were, finding ways around purchasing things and all that. So they have announced that there will be no Steam Marketplace integration at all with this game's update. Now, Rocket League has recently hit and surpassed $110 million in sales. Alright, now moving on to Dying Light. This popular video game has 8.5 million registered players, and Techland just announced that the game will have a sequel, but they promise that it will not be rushed. So unlike Call of Duty, where there's one every year and things like that, it'll be more like a Grand Theft Auto-based game, where you have to wait a few years for a new game to come out. So Techland has promised that this game will not be rushed, so it will probably be very good because they won't be rushing their development. Alright, now I'm going to turn it over to Kevin, and we have two more things to talk about, and that is the new NES Mini and Super Mario Bros. 3.
Alright, so Nintendo has set for release a mini Nintendo Entertainment System. It will be coming out in November, I think November 11th. And the system will be preloaded with 3 games, including Bumble Boy, Castlevania, Donkey Kong, and Super Mario Bros. Probably not Duck Hunt though, because you won't be able to use the gun. But the price will be about $60, and it will hook up to TV via HDMI, so you can use it on any new TV.
And just so everybody knows, the list of games that comes with the NES has been announced, and it is online. So if you want to see what games are going to be coming out with this new NES Mini, you can look it up online, and all 30 games will be in a list for you.
Exactly. Speaking of Super Mario Brothers, Super Mario 3, some speedrunner Ace523 completed the game in 2 seconds during the Summary Games Done Quick. He used a Nintendo robot called TazBot to virtually match a NES controller button up to 6,000 times per second to insert a new code in the game, and that just made him beat the game in 2 seconds. If you don't know what a TazBot is, it's a modified robot.
That is insane. We have Super Mario Bros., the whole video game in 2 seconds. Wow. Alright, well, that's all the news we have for you this week. So, again, this was focusing on July 8th to 14th. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you guys learned something about some of your games, and I hope this helps you to stay up to date on all of your favorite games. And if you have any suggestions or any questions, please leave them in the comments. And also, don't forget to check out the description below for links to all of our different web pages. You can like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, and make sure to give us a subscribe on YouTube. And stay tuned for more from the Mafia Godfathers, and don't forget to check back every week for another weekly gaming news video. We'll see you next week. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you later.